Alright, today we are going to be doing a follow-up to the Avin USA system that we installed in here. This is the loading up time. We have actually installed the Sony aftermarket unit in here, so it's a little different in mine compared to most, but as far as it goes, I've had this in here for about 9 to 10 months, maybe a little bit longer, and it's worked out pretty well. Haven't had any issues with it, no glitches. As you can see, you have a music, navigation, Bluetooth. You go over to this screen, you're going to have your videos, your car info, and your browser, and then file manager, DVR, and dashboard. Now, as far as dashboard is what I mainly use. It throws your gauges up. Everything works great. Haven't had any issues. The only thing I cannot quite figure out is how to switch it from Celsius and liters over. I have not been able to figure that out yet. So that is the one thing that I do want to figure out how to change. If anybody knows how to do that, please let me know in the comments below. I am still trying to figure that out and haven't had a solid explanation of why. It also tells you what doors are open. As far as it goes, it plugs into the factory unit, which runs through the, the data, basically wires that it's reading off of the computer as well. So it knows everything that's going on with the car. Now mine's a little bit different than most because I can run, my music and everything through it. So if you click on this, it's going to run your music up here that's preloaded into the unit. Now mine, on the other hand, I have built this piece down here that'll run a USB drive. This one's actually a charging port, and this one's actually a USB drive for this unit. So if I take a thumb drive like this and I plug it in down here, just like so, then I will be able to pull everything up there through the USB storage, and I can pull up way more music, way more videos, any of that with no problem. So if I go back out to home, and let's say I go over to, let's just go to videos and see, it'll pull up videos that I have in here with no problem. You can actually go and do picture in picture, which is pretty amazing. I mean, this thing does have a lot of benefits compared to most. If you go over here to music, you can actually pull up by going, I believe it's this button right here, and you can pull the USB right here, and it will run music, and then it throws all my music over to here, and it'll let you go through everything with no problem, and it'll play everything. I will say the sound quality is nowhere near as good as factory, but that's actually why I have this unit, because I just filter it through the top unit down through this unit and run it out. I do lose a little bit of sound quality that way, but I have so much amplification in here, it's not noticeable. Also, I can run Bluetooth through both. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can do with this. The sound quality, if you're running through a factory unit, would not be as good. As far as Logic 7, people keep asking me about that. You can use the Logic 7 with it. You would have to have a fiber optic adapter, which Avin sells. I actually had one in here beforehand, and it worked great. I did not have any issues with it. So as far as navigation goes, I don't have the SD card or anything like that in here, so I can't really use that. But right now I believe it is connecting to, if you go over to here, it is connecting to my internet, so it will work. But I actually have connected my internet Wi-Fi from my phone to it, so that way I can use all those apps. But the one thing I haven't been able to do, Bluetooth I've been able to work, but the one thing I haven't been able, now this I don't have because I don't have the original interface, but the one thing I haven't been able to get to work is the basic phone link. So I can connect this phone link and plug it in. I have not been able to get that to work no matter what I try. So if anybody knows how to make that work as well, to use like Android Auto, things like that, let me know that as well. I have not been able to get that to work. So the apps thing, I have actually downloaded, I think over here I've downloaded YouTube Music, Torque Lite. I've downloaded those. They work pretty well because I use the internet off my phone and just tether it up. But as far as it goes, this thing works pretty well for everything. If you're a person that likes to display your music or videos up on the dash, it works great, especially for my daughter. If you're a person that wants it for gauges or the torque, works great. If you're a person that wants it to just be solely for sound quality, it may not be for you. But as far as it goes, it's been a great unit. Haven't had any issues with it, haven't had any glitches with it. There's certain things I haven't been able to figure out how to get to work or change, but I'm sure there's a way to do it. There's just no instructions. When I made the first video, it'll show you I did not get any instructions or anything like that, so I had to learn it all by my own. But as far as it goes, it fits great. It just is extremely hard to install. Like I showed in the first video, it does not go as easily as it looks like everybody else's when they put it in, but it looks extremely nice. I've had a million compliments on it by far, so I can't say a bad word about it, but hopefully maybe soon they'll come out with some kind of update to change the liters or Celsius and that kind of stuff over to American. That way, you know, American people can use it and it makes, you know, sense for us versus everybody else. So that's pretty much it. I mean, in my book, it's been a pretty good investment for the things that I need it for, and it's been a great product so far. Thank you. This is the Avin USA unit that I installed. This is the Sony aftermarket unit that we installed. Everything sounds phenomenal, you know, don't have any issues. But one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to be installing this tablet basically about right here is about what's going to happen. I'm going to take away the unit behind it and I'm going to go with a single DIN, and then this unit is actually going to go about right there. I'm going to build a piece to hold it into place and to control everything. But that's basically what I'm going to be doing next, mainly because I just don't like the way this dash kit fits. I think it looks kind of bad down here. I don't have it actually mounted in yet because I planned on doing this. I want to make something look way more professional, clean, modern. A lot of people have been asking me about what these switches are for. I was actually going to put LEDs in the interior to light it up a little bit more because it's a little dark underneath on the bottoms down here. I was going to do that, use that for these, also for LEDs on the outside, things that go with my system. You know, they're just basically switches for that. This USB actually runs to this Sony unit to be able to put my music and videos through it, but this is actually what they look like. Sorry, the focus on my camera's messing up, but I also retrofitted this from the old shift knob and built this piece here that actually has a USB and everything for a charging and for the Avin USA piece. Just want to follow up with that. A lot of people have asked me a lot of questions about what that's for, so just thought I'd do something a little bit custom versus, you know, just doing the modern normal thing that everybody else does. So, sorry, I'm kind of trying to hold this, but this is basically what it's going to look like whenever it's done, so that way it'll look way more modern, a little cleaner, kind of to match the top, and then my controls will still be down there, and I can still get to all my buttons up there. And this is also like a Samsung 9.6 inch, and I'll be building a custom piece to be able to mount that up into there. It'll look a lot more cleaner, but I just kind of want to show you guys what I'm about to do. Wanted to show everybody the system that we've been working so hard on. It's a full Sony system, including the amplifiers and the sub. And this has taken about 2 weeks. A lot of man hours to make all these individual pieces and the carbon fiber. There's also lighting that's going to be put into this. We've just not finished with it yet, but tremendous amount of work to make this look like this. We still got a little bit more to go.